Standing here with Paul Kamphaus, the Municipal Clerk of Courts. I caught him in the commissioner meeting, and he got up and handed him, he said, a lawsuit that was going to be filed on Friday. Is that what you said? It was so quick, I didn't catch it.
Morning.
Morning.
For the record,
Morning.
my name is Paul Kamphaus. I'm not here to engage the board, as you made it clear that you don't want to engage with me. I'm here to provide you a personal copy of a complaint that will be filed Friday morning, and then I'll be on my way.
Okay. Prior to doing that, Paul, during this time, the board doesn't answer questions nor engage in debate. Commissioners are not expected to comment. Each speaker will have 5 minutes. So, thank you.
It's a complaint.
But a complaint, what's that regarding, Paul?
I don't think it's appropriate for me to discuss pending litigation, so it'll be available on Friday.
Well, it's a public record as soon as you hand it to them.
Okay, you get it from them.
So, okay. So you can't say anything about what it is. Obviously, you just did it. Just what's the deal? What's going on?
I don't have counsel, so I really don't have the ability to speak about what I think is pending litigation.
Okay, but you just handed them something to be filed.
Well, I'm required to give them a copy before I file it. So
Okay,
that's
but
their
it states,
personal
what is
service.
the primary claim within what it states?
Again, Chris, I don't feel it's appropriate for me to discuss pending litigation.
Okay. Well, usually when people are doing litigation against the commissioners and they're in another public office, they would tend to want to tell people what's going on. What's the simplistic, I'm not asking you to reveal deep strategies, like what's the beef, basically?
The beef is a dispute over my budget.
But okay, dispute over your budget. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you know what, when I asked you in there if you would take a few questions, you said yes. Previously, you've told me no. I appreciate that
I told you I had no interest in doing an interview with you.
Okay. So, the number one thing that I asked you, because it's like top of mind, I didn't really know I was going to encounter you, is we were told long ago in your race, you've been in office 3 years now, 3?
4.
Four. Okay. So you're in your 4th year.
Mm-hmm.
So about how we're going to get a new docketing system, we're going to modernize, we're going to have, other counties have online case origination, online filing. We seem to be kind of in the dark ages where it's fax machines, physical filing. So what has happened with the replacement? Your opponent in that election, Mr. Rudd, made it sound imminent that there was going to be a new docketing system. What is the deal? And when you talk about your budget, couldn't your budget be economized a lot if we went to online filing and online case origination and eliminate a lot of the paper pushing?
So we're under contract for a new case management system, all 5 courts in Clermont County. Probate and domestic relations have gone live with the new system.
Okay.
The next one in line is common pleas, and we're trying to work out getting it up and running. After them, it's juvenile and then me.
And then that system will allow for online case origination?
Come July, potentially the 24th, there is a requirement for us to have e-filing, which you're calling online. And we're going to
there's two things, so there's online case origination, like the Franklin County, the Supreme Court.
Electronic filing.
There's a difference between originating the case, typically in a lot of courts, and being able to e-file into cases once they are originated. So there's a distinction there. Some counties, there's quite a few counties that have online filing of motions and so forth, but they don't have online case origination where you have to drop off the check for starting a case and stuff like that. The more, like the Supreme Court has online origination. They have 10th District has online origination. Franklin County has online origination. So just so you know, if it's not come up, there's a difference between, say that I wanted to file a suit like your Friday thing. Mm-hmm. Can I do that all online? Pay for it, do it all online, never having to come into the clerk to put in even the initial request for the case to be started. So online case origination is one thing.
Okay.
And online filing into a case that exists is a second thing. Do you know whether online case? I think online case origination is a biggie because that's where people have to pay when they start out a case.
Yes. Well, the payment is the problem. So with the way Clermont County works, everything goes through the auditor. Okay. So we're having difficulty getting the payment option in our current system. The new system is supposed to handle all of that, but it's still in the process.
So it would be so you haven't done it yet, so I appreciate that. You haven't put the new system in. You said Common Pleas is next.
Yes.
Okay, and then I think Common Pleas would be more relevant for online case origination because you're going to have more, there's a lot of things there for when people are starting a case. I don't know how many.
I think the sheer volume is where it's more important for us to have that.
Okay.
Because we handle a lot of.
Do you have a lot of cases where a private individual's coming in filing a case, like small claims cases and stuff like that?
We handle about 6,000 civil cases a year.
Okay, that are originated by individuals?
Most are attorneys. I mean, they're,
Yeah, well, I mean, but they're not they're not criminal cases. These are,
Correct.
or civil cases that involve the government. They tend to be.
no, these are all. like,
Okay, so you have a
personal.
ton of those cases.
Oh, yeah.
So you could really, economize potentially if there was online filing, online origination and
Sure.
online filing, if you could work that out. All right, before I let you go, because that's my hot button that I wanted to ask you about, so I appreciate you taking the question. But now going in your 4th year, what are the biggest lessons learned, funniest stories, most interesting thing about your office that you'd like to share or think is? I tell people Bob McEwen used to tell me funny stories about stuff that happened to him when he was in the House. So I like funny stories or just something you've learned or.
Well, I tell
in the
everybody
role.
that my expectation was I was going to get a coffee maker, and then I'd make a pot of coffee, and then my buddy cops would come in, and I'd just sit around bull crap with them. all day.
I know that was not your expectation. I know you're better than that.
Okay.
Even though you're hard to find, I know you're better than
I didn't
that.
expect it to be so much work. I mean, it's a lot of work. I've
Okay.
read a lot of statute in the last 4 years that, I mean, mind-numbing.
How many hours a week do you think you spend on average in your job and doing clerk functions?
In the office?
Yeah,
Is that what
in
you're
or out. I mean, in or out of the office. You could be doing
Well,
something that's not in the office. I'm just, are you when you said it's a lot of work? Is it you spending more than 40 hours a week?
So I would say 32 to 40 hours a week.
Okay,
in the
32
office.
to 40 hours a week in the office.
But everybody has my cell phone. If they
So
need
hold
a
on,
clerk-
what did you expect it to be? How much work did you think you were going to have to spend?
No, it's not, coming into the office isn't the issue, Chris.
Okay.
It's actually managing personnel,
Okay.
looking at every aspect of what the clerk does and then figuring it out. I mean,
Okay.
why am I sending $2.50 to this fund of every case? Well,
Okay.
you got to go look and read the statute on why it does it. And it's a lot more complicated than I had
Okay.
anticipated.
So now I'm actually in your system criminally because I got a ticket. I think I'm in your system. I didn't even look myself up. Got a ticket when I wrecked my car.
Did you pay it?
Yeah, I paid it.
Oh,
No, I didn't pay. So I paid it. I paid it online.
So you
Okay,
get
I
to
paid it online, so I didn't have to go.
Don't have to give the sheriff a call?
It's this crazy question, and I've meant to check this at other places, but one of the things, just going in there to pay a fine or something, having to go through security. Are there any court clerks that have like a drive-through window or an exterior window where I could come up to a window, you know what I'm saying, and not have
Sure.
to go through the radar, the metal detectors and so forth just to pay a ticket?
So that's the intention. You could have paid it online.
I did pay it online.
Okay, so you didn't have
Yeah,
to
but I'm saying maybe if I don't do that, I always thought like, wow, a lot of people, the desk there, a lot of the people that are going through security are just going in to pay a ticket or something. And if there was like a drive-through window or a window external to the building where I could walk up and pay a ticket with that, or in the lobby or something where I did not have to go through security, it seems like it would make it easier.
So,
I just
yeah,
don't know. It might be a crazy idea, but I just
No,
thought.
it's not crazy. It's just the logistics of it, right? So during COVID, some banks had remote tellers out at the.
Yeah.
So we kind of batted that around, but then logistically, what's it going to cost and what's the benefit? So
Okay.
Could
And
we,
if you're budget pressed right now, you probably don't have the budget to do a building modification to have a drive-through window or a pay outside window.
a building modification is well beyond my control.
I like the idea personally of like a pneumatic tube, like a bank. I could put my thing in there and shoot it back and forth and see somebody on the screen. No, but I appreciate you taking some questions. Anything else you want to share with people?
Nope.
All right. Thank you, Paul.
right, Chris.
Have a good rest of the day.
See ya.
Do you have any comment on what Paul Kamphaus served to you?
No comment.